Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. In this video, let's quickly explore Experience Editor. So in the previous video, we did cover another user interface for content editing, which is Content Editor. In this video, we will see the second one, which is Experience Editor. Let's get started. I'm just directly opening with the page specific. So if you go to Content Editor here, and you can just click on the publish ribbon and Experience Editor, it will open this page in Experience Editor. So already opened it. It will take a while just to load this initially. So it is opened here, and if at all there is a chance that you want to navigate to other pages, you can navigate from here. So if you see under builders, you have home, and under home, if you want to go about us, we can navigate here. And if you want to go to full tree, you can go to again full tree here. So it will open the full tree, we can navigate and all this. So this is the way we can navigate to the particular pages. Just let's quickly look at what are the features here. Under home, you main mode is this one. So you will have this same this mode for all the tabs. If you go to presentation, this remains as it is: experience, versions, optimization, and view. So this mode remain as it is. Edit means this is in edit mode. So this page in edit mode, like we can edit the text. So we have seen the Experience Editor, right? Like we can edit the text and we can edit whatever the content. Second thing is preview. Preview mode is like now we are seeing in edit mode. If we click on preview, it will open the same page in the preview mode, stating that showing that it will not be anything will not be changeable. It's just that remember, it's not live version yet. So this is the master version, content management version. So that would be like shown in a preview mode. So we can see how the page looks like. And Explore is much used for the marketing again, like A/B testing and other features. So the Explore one, and the debug again for us like developers, if you want to check like performance and other debugging information. If we run it in debug mode, it will open all the page in what are the renderings and what are the process it takes and all. Just let me quickly open this here. We'll open the debug mode in the parallel. Then we can see the component. If you want to add a new component, it will show us. Let me just click on new component. See here, it is telling add here main one. You can add a component here. Add a new rendering to the main placeholder. Main is the placeholder which we have on the layout. So if you want, this is on the main, right? So this carousel. And also about here. So it is telling either you can add a component here, above this carousel, or below carousel, and as well as below about. So either of the place we can add. And if you click on this, it will just open the pop-up. And I've already set the placeholder settings. Later we will discuss about the placeholder settings in another video. But I've already configured in simple terms. For one placeholder, we can configure what are all the renderings can be added to that placeholder. That's what is used for that is what the main use of placeholder settings. So now I'm stating about carousel and page header. These three components can be added for the main placeholder. So in this way we can add, and also the other option is you can select here as well. So same thing, it's just that this component and this top level feature is same. Just remember, if at all your view designing mode is designing is not enabled, then see here it is grayed out, as well as component is grayed out. Designing here means that you want to add a new components or remove the components, component level, not exactly content level. But component level, whatever you want to restructure everything to do, the designing need to be enabled. So if I enable, this too will be enabled. So if you are troubleshooting sometimes like, why my components these are not enabled, just you need to check the view. and second is editing. So if I uncheck this editing, just go here, I am unable to, now I cannot edit it. So I cannot edit anything even here and all. So but as soon as I enable this, I come here, it will be enabled. So just that content editing will be disabled. So these two are some important options here. And if we go back, I guess, let me open this, click on this debug. So let it open the debug. So it has opened, and now the below you will have extra information, and it is reading from the web, and you have like resolve device, what are the performance, sorry, how much time it took for each one, and milliseconds. So you see here basic total basic layout 0.8% and milliseconds, and placeholder main, and under placeholder main, sorry, on top of that placeholder main we added carousel as well as about. So these two, how much time they took. Carousel, it is taking more time because we are working with multiple items there. So, and 33 is the about controller. This is a simple straightforward one item, and we have not implemented caching yet. If you implement caching, then it will further reduce, then you can have all the trace information. This is very easy, this is very useful when you are troubleshooting some performance issues and want to understand which rendering is taking more time and all. So that's what the debug is used for. And let me go back here. So that's all about this section and component, and you can insert the page. If you try to insert the page, it will open up that sorry, just a sec. It will try to show you what all the insert options are there. Right click, if we right click and try to insert, that will come, right? So yeah, so you will not be able to create from any template. Under home, we already gave about us template, that's why it's telling that. So delete page, rename, display name, so log, all these features again which are present in content editor. So publish settings, markup and validation. So this all present, and presentation is exactly similar again. The details, if you want to reset back to the template level presentation, if any modification is done on the page level, you want to reset that, you can reset using the templates. Aliases is if you want to give a friendly vanity URLs, not the Sitecore auto-generated URL based on the item name and item path. So we can add those aliases as well. If you click on alias, you will have that name and you can give the URL. And experience, this is again if you are having a different versions of the page and scheduled to go live on particular date, if you are doing this, if you are checking this time here, if you click on this, it will show us like, okay, select some date, on that date, okay, specify the date and time for when you want to preview the website. So on that particular day, what would be the content? So maybe the content would be changed. So on that day, whether if we set for any festival that particular page version, we can go to that and we can see it. So next one is versions. Again, we already seen it in the content editor level, like if you create new versions or language and all. Optimization is again just a purely A/B testing and multivariant testing related features here. So all these features, I mean, if you are running any testing, those results will be shown, and personalization and all active test results can see here. View, we already just saw that, so it can control this. And anytime if you are not getting this option, again that would be like navigation bar, that would go away. Then you will not be able to select the page, different page. So that comes here, and control bar. So all these things are like editable here. And the last one which I want to show is again similar to our content editor search, you have a search feature here. So you can again search. So under this you can do, so current context it will take. So under the current page item, so location is content, under the current page item, it will show all the information for us on the current context. So Yeah, that's a pretty high level overview. So this is again another Chrome extension feature for me. Much of the time I'll just do that. So to see how exactly is coming up. So this is as good as which you will see on the live site once published. So if you click on this, then you get all the options open. So, and we need to make sure all the components, all the pages or whatever we are building as a developer in the backend should support Experience Editable. So it should support everything in the Experience Editor. So that's a very high level overview of Experience Editor. Thank you for watching. See you next time.